Chattanooga Mayor Andy Berke joins us for a final monthly interview today. Our David Carroll has more.
Chattanooga 2.0 has released a report featuring an equity scoreboard. And from what I see here, students of color are falling behind considerably. And Chattanooga's 2.0's executive director says we're all going to have to work together to solve this issue. What do you see as far as the city of Chattanooga needing to do to partner with the school system to improve this?
Well, this is an issue across our entire country. We know that it has been difficult for students, particularly students of color, in the COVID era to make the same type of gains that we see other students making, and we have to do a lot more to support them. I think HCS EdConnect and making sure that everybody has access to high quality internet is one step, but we just know, David, that that from the beginning of time, right, that some students are able to thrive better because of the circumstances in their home or because of whatever the education level is of their parents. And we've just got to recognize that and make sure people have the support they need.
Also, I'm looking at the report, and there's a need to increase the number of 18 to 25-year-olds earning what they describe as a thriving wage. What can we do to improve that in Chattanooga?
Well, that's been one of my real focuses of the last 8 years, because we know that we were one of the lowest per hour wage cities in the country. And over the last several years, we've seen that number rise considerably, but it's got farther to go. And to me, it means bringing more high quality, high wage jobs to our city. And two, making sure that the people who are here locally have the skill sets they need to get those jobs.
Well, we got to be honest, your time is winding down. We're down to just a little more than a couple of months before a new mayor is sworn in. Have you set a particular focus for the final few weeks? What's important for you to get done before you walk out the door?
Right now, there's a bunch of capital projects that we've been working on. For example, we're about to finish the large solar array out at Moxon Bend Wastewater Treatment Plant. That'll save people money and also convert a huge amount of our energy to renewable energy. We've got a bunch of projects that we're going to open up over these next few weeks. We just opened up 26th Street and the road there, Shepherd Road towards the airport. So it's really making sure that these are finished and then getting everything in place for the next mayor so he or she can hit the ground running.
And speaking of the next mayor, I can think of about 15 people who would like an Andy Berke endorsement. Will we see that before the election?
I don't believe so, but I'm never going to say never. But you know what I'm trying to do is make sure that each and every one of them have the opportunity that they need to get out the word, to say what they're going to do. I'm looking at that as well. And my belief is that our best chapter is ahead of us, and the next mayor will lead us into that new era.
You're a young man, and you have been in a few elections. As I recall, I think you've won every race you've been in. Starting in April, you're available. And starting next year, there are some seats on the ballot as far as statewide races, third district races, and I know your name's being mentioned. So do you say no way, or do you say wait and see?
Well, first, I'm just going to spend a minute and enjoy being called a young man, because that is not the way I feel after 8 years of being mayor, and just say that I have no plans as we sit here right now for anything, honestly, whether it's running for office or getting any other kind of job. And, you know, I'm going to take, as we get to the end, you know, I might take a little bit of time off. I'm certainly going to look and see what's out there for me. And I love what I do. I enjoy the process of trying to make my community a better place. And we'll just see what the future holds.
Well, that leaves it wide open. State of the City coming up, I believe, next week. And this will be your last one. It'll be on your Facebook page and Chattanooga.gov. Do you pretty much know what you're going to say, or are you still working on that?
Well, I've actually written a first draft, which is pretty unusual for me this far ahead. I'm usually a procrastinator. But what I'm really going to talk about is what I've witnessed over the last 8 years, what I've witnessed over my lifetime, and that is our city in a constant reinvention to become a better place. And here, as we start to see the end of the COVID time, the pandemic, I think will eventually recede because of vaccines. I know that we can lead the way again and respond to the troubles and difficulties that we see, because that's what we've done my whole life.
Well, Mayor, we appreciate these monthly visits we've had over the last few months. We wish you well after you end your service to the city. We'll look forward to your next chapter.
Thank you, as always, David, and appreciate you keeping people informed.